The first one is this, and the first one will be somebody that you will know that I have mentioned before, and it's this. It's Lindi Ortega, or Lindi, as she used to be known. Now, I've been on board with Lindi Ortega since the very, very beginning, right back in the days of MySpace, if you can remember that. I first connected with Lindi right back then when she hadn't even got a record deal. Now she's put out about 5 or 6 albums and is pretty well known. This is her, well, it's her latest album, that's an album, if you like, that's out on record, because she's done another one since last year, but that's only available digitally, so I sort of don't count that, because you can't buy a physical format of it. I don't tend to think it counts. So this, to me, is her most recent album, and it's a little bit different to a lot of the others. Now, Lindi Ortega, for those who don't know, is part Mexican. Her parents are Mexican and Irish, so, and she was born in Canada. Then she went off to Nashville and became something of a Gothic country type singer, if you like, and all sorts of great albums came out then, including the Little Red Boots, which is something she's now famous for, having the Little Red Boots. Then went back to Canada and sort of reinvented herself again, if you like. This, if I want to describe this to you, it's almost like the theme tune to a spaghetti western, or the soundtrack to a spaghetti western in some ways. It's still got a bit of that country stuff in, but it's got a lot of that sort of, that sort of 70s western soundtrack type stuff and the gothic-y bits. I don't know how to explain it really, but go and have a listen to it. It's not what you'd think. If you see this and you see it labelled as country, it isn't. It's got far more to it than that. It's got a bit of that ethereal pop in there. It's got some gothic-y bits in there. Yeah, it's got some country bits. It's got some poppy bits. It's brilliant. It's absolutely wonderful. This is a brilliant album. I don't think it's that difficult to get hold of this one. Her early stuff, very difficult to get hold of. The last couple, not quite so hard to get on, but well worth tracking down if you like a good voice and a good bit of atmospheric, almost gothic country, if that sort of stuff exists. It comes with a nice inner, and you can see there's a picture of Lindi in those famous Little Red Boots. Great stuff. Really good. It's more Zorro than Cowboy. That's what I'd say. The second one is somebody who I didn't really know about. And I must admit, the reason I bought this is because there's a lady called Jonathan Brooke and guests on it, and she's one of those singer-songwriters that I really do like. Again, that is a little bit obscure, and she does a bit of vocals on this, and it's this. It's called Murmmoration Nation, and it's by a lady called Emily Saliers. Now, she is in a two-piece group called the Indigo Girls, who play some sort of, it's good stuff. It's borderline political type, anti this, that and the other sort of stuff really, but it's still good. Not that well known, I don't think, over here, but this is great. It's sort of a collaboration with a bloke who's a violin player. It sounds like it's not going to be very good, but it's brilliant. It's got all sorts of weird sort of things on there. It's got some great sort of poppy songs. It's got some rocky songs on there. It's even got some sort of bluesy stuff and whatever. It's a really good album, and it's a double as well. It's nicely put together. You can see all the info on the inside and all that. It was one of the ones that I picked up. Again, it was about £6 for a double album. I thought it's got to be worth a risk, that. And it's really, really good. So if you've never heard of this, or you've never heard of this lad, I want to listen to some Indigo Girl stuff as well. That's pretty good as well, if you're into that type of stuff. Next up, another one of my sort of Canadian pop, jazz, rock vocalists, if you like. Jill Barber. She's got a ton of really good albums out. This one is really, really nice. What's it called? Metaphora. Really good, really nice album, this. And I think it's got a nice little package as well. It's got a nice inner sleeve, you can see, with the lyrics and all that sort of stuff. And I think it's in some fancy vinyl. Yeah, it is. There you go. Translucent sea blue, or whatever you want to call it. Really good stuff. Again, this was only about £4 or £5. I've already got some of Jill Barber's albums. They're great. They're accessible, sort of jazz pop with a bit of folk and whatever thrown in there. Really nice. If you like your female singer-songwriter, you can't go wrong with this. Really good. Metaphora by Jill Barber. This next one was another sort of left field choice, if you like, because I had no idea what I was getting myself into when I got hold of this. Cover's a bit misleading maybe. It's somebody called Jessica Says, and it's called Do With Me What You Will. Now, there are a lot of reasons why looking at this you would think that I wouldn't have bought it, because the cover looks a bit, so it looks like it's going to be sort of like bubblegum pop type stuff, doesn't it? And then you've got that thing that I hate, which is when people deliberately misspell stuff. But then you've got the picture on the back and you see this cello and all that sort of stuff, and you think, oh, hold on, this has got to be a bit interesting. Let's see what this is all about. You do a little bit of digging and you find out that Jessica says is like Australian, and she put out an album, and then, I don't want to make this sound frivolous or whatever, but she fell out of a hotel window and got really badly injured, and then sort of had to recover, and then came back with another album, this one. So I wasn't necessarily expecting this to be any good. I thought this isn't going to be any good, but it's going to be worth it, because I think it was about £3 or something. Brand new. You see, still got a pipe sticker on. Hit inside, and you've got the lyrics again, and another picture there. And also, it's, again, I think it's in a fully coloured vinyl. It is, it's in like pink. And I just thought this is going to be really saccharine tinged bubblegum pop. But it's not. It's really good. It's really nice sort of singer-songwriter stuff, with a bit of cello thrown in, obviously, and whatever, and it's well worth tracking down if you see a copy of this. Really good. Do with me what you will, Jessica says. Now, here's what I knew was going to be good. Hannah Aldridge. Hannah Aldridge, great sort of, what do you call it, I suppose? It's got that sort of rocky, bluesy, sort of jazzy feel to it. This is a live album, actually, live in black and white. Now, the really interesting things about this is her dad was a bloke called Walt Aldridge, and he was a really famous songwriter back in the day. He used to write for people like Lou Reed and all sorts of people like that. This is really good, solid live album. It's only got sort of 10 tracks on it, but it's really good. You can see by the titles: Howling Bones, Lie Like You Love Me, Rails to Ride, Save Yourself, Parch Man, Gold Rush, Black and White, Born to Be Broken, Lonesome, and Burning Down Birmingham. Part of this is recorded in London as well. Obviously she's an American, but she's got a stack of albums out there, pretty good as well. Well, this is a live one, well worth tracking down again. It was only a few quid. Great stuff. Hannah Aldridge, check her out if you've not heard her before. Really good voice. Another one who I knew about, but I hadn't actually got anything by on vinyl. I've got a couple of digital downloads that I've been sent when I was doing the reviewing and all that sort of stuff. There's this lady here, Bella Hardy. Now, Bella Hardy, if I remember rightly, she's from Derbyshire in England, and she's a folk singer who does a lot of that traditional stuff, but she also does a lot of her own stuff with a sort of nice modern edge to it. It's not all that doom and gloom 75 verses and things, folk type music. It's good, accessible stuff, but it's also sort of taking, what's the thing I'm trying to say? It's also showing a bit of respect to the old type folk stuff as well, but putting a modern sort of tilt on it. I think she's from Derbyshire, which isn't all that far away from me. The tracks we've got here, we've got Redemption, Learning to Let Go, Driving Through Harmony, Queen of Carter's Bar, In My Dreams, You Don't Know the World, Pretty, Busy Head, Heartbreaker, Hey Sammy, South Lake, and Stars. It's a really nice album, sort of minimalist type cover. Nice inner with the lyrics on, which is always nice with these type of albums, and another picture on the inside. I think this is just regulation black vinyl, this one. Yeah, regulation black vinyl, but really nice. And again, this was like £5 or something daft, still sealed. Nice stuff. If you like a good folk singer, good clear English voice, sort of nice English accent, all that sort of stuff, pretty good stuff. Bella Hardy, she again has got loads of really good albums out which you can pick up, and they're well worth giving a go. So if you've not tried Bella Hardy out yet, try this one. Great stuff. Bella Hardy, Hey Sammy. Now for one of the more curious ones. Now this one again is one that I looked at and I thought, I don't know, I think this probably might be a bit dodgy. It might not be that brilliant. And I looked at it again and I saw how much they wanted for it, which was like £4 or £5 again. And I saw it was like a special edition. I think it's coloured vinyl as well. And also, it's got a very interesting track on it. It's a covers album, really. It's by, I'm not sure whether this is a band or a lady, called Bria. Now the lady is called Bria. I've temporarily forgotten what her surname is. I should have looked it up really. But it's a sort of a collaboration with another chap and a few other people. I'll show you the picture in a minute. And this is called This is called Country Covers. Now there's no actual title on the front, that's the hype sticker that came in it because it was sealed. So I've put it obviously in a thing, so the hype sticker's there saying what it's called. So I'll take it out and let you see what the back of the cover looks like. You can see what its actual title is. And you see that's what it's called. It's called Country Covers, that's how I was saying it anyway. And one of the tracks it's got that really interested me was The Sun Ain't Gonna Shine Anymore. And the Walker Brothers, which is a song I'm not a big fan of Scott Walker, of course. Fan of the Walker Brothers as well. This is Country Covers Volume 1, so Volume 2 out now, which I haven't got. What's it got on it? I must admit, the only song that I really knew was that The Sun Ain't Gonna Shine Anymore. It's got Green Rocky Road, Screaming I Screams With You or something. I don't know what that says actually. Something like that. Screaming I Screams With You, Buffalo Bullet, Fruits of My Labour, Sun Ain't Gonna Shine Anymore, and I Don't Wanna Love You Now. The album itself, pretty sure it's this sort of like sky blue vinyl, which is quite pleasant, and it comes with this poster, for want of a better word, that's what it is. Well, you can see you've got the front cover replicated with Bria on the front. Now you just go the right way up, right that way up. There you go, and then on the back is the rest of the band. You can see the rest of the people in the band. Might give you a bit of an idea what it sounds like. It's strange. This is probably the weirdest one of all the ones that I bought. It's probably expected it to be the weirdest ones of the ones that I bought. I'm not all actually convinced, to be honest, myself yet, as to how many times it's going to get played by me. The cover of Sun Ain't Gonna Shine Anymore obviously was okay. The other stuff was good as well. To be honest as well, in some places it's listed as an EP, in some places it's listed as an LP. It's got 3 tracks on either side, so I think it's a little bit too long to be classed as an EP or a 12-inch single, and it's a little bit too short to be a full-blown album, although some albums these days are clocking in at less than 30 minutes, aren't they? The interesting thing about it is, on the label it hasn't got any idea, doesn't give you any clue what speed to play it at, 45 or 33. Now, a lot of sort of like tracks, albums that have only got 3 tracks on and stuff, they cut them at 45, don't they, because they think it sounds better. And I started playing it and I wasn't convinced I'd got it on the right speed until I went and checked on YouTube and found a copy of it on there to check I was actually playing it on the right speed. So it's a little bit of a strange one, that one. Probably the one of all the ones that I've got in this haul that's going to take me the longest to get into, but you never know. Well, those sort of things, they normally end up being the ones that you like the most, don't they? So it's definitely going to get a little bit more of a spin. But if you've come across this album, let me know what you think of it, because it's certainly a bit different to most of the other ones that I've picked up so far this year. Now, the next one again is somebody that I did know about. I've got a few albums by her already, although I haven't got them on vinyl, I've only got them on CD, and I've got a couple on download. It's this lady here, Donna Fuchs, who is a really good blues rock singer. Really, really good. If you're into your sort of female rock singers with a bit of blues and a little bit of soul in there and all that sort of absolutely brilliant stuff. There you go. You can tell by the tracks again. Backstreet Baby, Nobody's Fault But Mine. That's not the Led Zeppelin Nobody's Fault But Mine. It's the Otis Redding Nobody's Fault But Mine. Calling Angels, Sitting On, Love Lives On, which is the title track, I think it is. Ready to Rise, Sad Solution, Sedative, Faithful Sinner, and Fight My Way. Really, really good album. She's a really good singer. There you go, a nice picture on the back as well. I think we've got an inner sleeve for this one as well. Yeah, we got one of those sheets, there you go, with a nice picture again there, and a download card, and a load of info on the back as well. Again, a lovely package, and it was about £6, I think, so really good stuff. It just shows you there are bargains out there if you can find them. There you go, download card as well, nice little label in there. Needs to be put in one of those Japanese sleeves. I haven't done that yet, just a long black vinyl version. I'll go into a Japanese sleeve just to protect it. And this is probably, I think, of all the ones this is one of the ones I've played the most so far. Really, really good. I'm now going to try and get hold of a bit more of her stuff on vinyl. Like I said, I got a few of the early ones on CD, but I think she's got a new album out, which is available on vinyl as well, but not anywhere near as cheap as this one was, which is about £5 or £6. So if you see this about, and you like your female rock singers with a bit of blues and soul and all that thrown in, you can't go wrong with this. Donna Fuchs. We're getting near the end now, and I've got 2 more to do, and this next one is a lady called Brasher. Now, I must admit, I'd never heard of her before, and this album is called Painted Image. A nice gatefold sleeve with all the lyrics inside there. A nice picture of it as well. Some great tracks on it. Blood of the Lamb, Body of Mine, Every Day, Air, Moon Baby, Hand to the Plough, Cold Baby, Living Water, Love Feasts, Heaven and Earth, and the title track, Painted Image. It's a very sort of soulful type record. It's got that real nice sort of soul feeling to it. Again, go and have a listen to it. It's really good. It's got no great information on the inner sleeves or anything like that. It's just in normal black and white. It's great. I think she's just brought out another album in the last year or so as well. But this is really good if you like that sort of soulful pop stuff with R&B thrown in there or whatever. Really good. Brasher, that's another one to keep an eye open for. And finally, the last one of this 10 is this one. Again, somebody who I was aware of as well, but I haven't got any of her stuff on vinyl. It's Ray Morris. Rachel Ann Morris is a proper name. She calls herself Ray because that's what her granddad was called. And so she decided to name herself after him rather than be called Rachel. This album is called Rachel at Fairyland. Now, what is it? Sort of chamber pop type stuff, maybe? I don't know. It's great. I mean, just look at it. I mean, you can tell sort of what you're going to get covered on. It drew me in straight away, didn't it? As soon as you see that, you see a woman in sort of like a pink fairy frock with a Tesco's trolley full of junk, and you just think, well, you know what? This is going to be an interesting album, this isn't it? It's got to be quirky and it's going to be worth a listen. And again, it was not pennies. So, it's great. What's he got on it? No Woman is an Island, which I think was a single. Better Man, Lowbrow, Spitting from the Top, Morning Isn't Morning, Go Dancing, Skyscraper Love, Running Shoes, A Table for Two, The Carrot, and In the Wild. Now, I had a little bit of a look about Ray Morris. Now, her first 2 albums both charted really high. I think the first one got to about number 9. I think she was involved in some TV programmes, and their second album was about number 30. I think one of the tracks on that was used on one of the TV stations in the 2018 World Cup. Then this one came out where she's taken a slightly different sort of style, and it didn't get above, it got to number 150, and that was it. I think it's great. It really is good. It's worth tracking down. It's very, very easy to pick up for very little money. And it's got a nice inner. There's another picture over there, and a picture on the back, which I know will please 1 or 2 of my regular viewers, because he's got donkeys on it. And 1 or 2 of my regular viewers like donkeys a lot, so they'll be very happy to see that. And I also think it's just an ordinary black one. I'm pretty sure there is a coloured vinyl version of this around as well, but this one is available sealed up with a cellophane and all that sort of stuff on, unopened, for about £3. So you can't go wrong, and it's really, really good stuff. Really is nice if you like your bit of sort of quirky, poppy sounding and good, nice English singing and all that sort of stuff. It's really good. So yeah, there you go. More people from my ever-expanding stable of lady singer-songwriters, and hopefully there'll be somebody in that lot that you've heard of, or there'll be somebody in there that you haven't heard of, who you like the look of and think, well, they sound interesting, they might be worth having a look. What I would say to you is, it'll take, what will it take, 10 albums here. If you listen to 1 minute of one song from every one of them, it'll take you 10 minutes out of your life, and you never know, you might just find something really good that's going to stay with you forever. So it's really good stuff. Ray Morris, Rachel at Fairyland. I think her latest album's called Rachel at Piano Land or something, so there's all sorts of whatever going on there. Who knows what we might get next. But there you go, that's it. That's part 2 of the what have I been buying so far in 2025. We're back next time when I'll do the other half of the ones that I got from the same place that I got these from, because I got about 20 odd albums, and they were all under 10 quid. They're on some of them about 2 quid, 3 quid, 4 quid, 5 quid, or whatever. It was a big haul, too much to do in one go. Do the other half of them next time. So thanks for watching. Thanks to everybody who does watch. Thanks to everybody who comments. Thanks to everybody who likes and subscribes. The more people we can get involved, the better. Try and leave some comments if you can. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've heard of any of these people. And we've just done an episode where I didn't mention Deep Purple once. There you go.